In this video, I'm going to give a very brief explanation of Hiragana, Katakana, and Kanji. By the end of this video, you're not going to be fluent in reading Japanese, but you will have enough information that you can design and read your own bookmarks. By the end of this video, you will know when to use each alphabet as well as how to practice more on your own. So, let's get started. Alright, so we've got reading and writing in Japanese, and as I said before, we have Hiragana, Katakana, and Kanji. So we are going to start with Hiragana. This is the Hiragana alphabet. It is read just like a chart, so we have our vowel sounds on top and our consonant sounds on the left. So let's start with the vowels here. We have A, I, U, E, and O. Now you might notice that the letter I is actually read as I, and the letter I is actually read as E. So we have A, I, U, E, and O. And then we have our consonant sounds on the left. Now this is read just like a chart. So you will start with the left side and then you'll connect it to the vowels on top. So for example, we have the letter T, the T sound. And let's connect it with A. So here we connect these together and we find the symbol for ta. Alright, how about connect with E, me. And here is the symbol for me. Alright, your turn. Let's take and U. Take a second and try to find the symbol for nu. You got it. Now these 5 symbols up here are the vowel sounds on their own if they do not have a consonant in front of them. So A, I, U, E, and O. Now that was a lot of information and I do not expect that you have memorized anything yet, but I just want to give you a couple of examples. So here we have the symbol for so, and here's the symbol for no. Put them together and you have the word sono, which means that. Or how about I, nu, inu, which means dog. Sono inu, that dog. Now we do have a couple of exceptions that you may or may not have noticed in this chart. For example, if you take a look at this symbol right here, you might notice that it connects the letters S and E, so you would think it would be pronounced si, but it's not. It is actually pronounced she, and you will always say she, never si. Next we have tsu. You would think that it would be pronounced tu, because it is a T and a U, but it is actually pronounced tsu. Or how about fu? You will notice that this one here is in the H column, but it is not pronounced hu, it is pronounced fu. And finally we have This one is very similar to the letter N, but we pronounce it kind of in the back of the throat like You will use this symbol here if the next following letter is a consonant or it is the end of a word. So for example, we have zenbu. You notice when we spell zenbu, we have Z-E-N-B-U. There is no vowel between N and B, so therefore we can't use any of these right here, nani, nu, ne, no, because they all have vowels after them. So our only choice is to use the Alright, I know this is a lot of information so far. I only have one more thing I want to go over for the Hiragana alphabet, and then we'll move on. So you might notice over here with all of the consonants that we are still missing quite a number of them, like what about the letter G, for example? Well, take a look right here at ka, ki, ku, ke, and ko. Now take a look at ga, gi, gu, ge, and go. Notice anything? Here's ka, ki, ku, ke, ko. And to make the ga, gi, gu, ge, go sound, we simply add these marks. These 2 little dashes make the ka sound become ga. So here's an extra set of symbols that you will notice look very similar to other ones in the chart once you take a look at it. They just have the 2 little dashes. Alright, so that is it for Hiragana. I know that was a ton of information. I by no means expect you to have it all memorized. We are going to practice some later, so don't worry about it at all. So let's move on to Katakana. Alright, so here is the Katakana alphabet. You might notice that it looks quite familiar. We still have the same consonant sounds on the left and the exact same vowel sounds on the right, only the symbols are different. So you might wonder, why in the world would we use this alphabet instead of the Hiragana alphabet? Well, take a look at this. This is a hamburger. Hamburgers are not native to Japan. They were not created by Japanese people, so they have borrowed our English word for it, and they call it a hamburger. And when writing the word hamburger, they will use the Katakana alphabet for hamburger. This makes it a lot easier to read, and as an English person when reading, this makes it much easier to recognize that a lot of the words that you see in Katakana are likely going to sound like something you already know in English. For example, here we have a McDonald's menu, and highlighted over here we have a Big Mac. Big Mac. Can you guess? That is a Big Mac. Or how about bacon, lettuce, tomato burger? A bacon, lettuce, tomato burger. So here are some examples of borrowed words that Japanese use. America. America. Can you guess? Is America. How about cheese? Cheese. Cheese. Alright, here's a tough one. California. 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 Alright, so that is it for katakana. You will read it the exact same as you read the hiragana chart, but you only use it for foreign words and phrases. So now let's move on to kanji. These are the symbols that you will often see on tattoos, on t-shirts, on just all sorts of designs. These are the symbols that are borrowed from Chinese. So for example, we have inu written here in hiragana, but once a Japanese person goes to elementary school, they will eventually learn that inu actually has its own symbol, which looks like this. This is the kanji for inu, which means dog, and once you know this symbol, then you will forever write sono inu, that dog, as sono inu. For another example, here we have taberu, taberu, which means to eat. And at a certain point, a Japanese person will learn that the ta in taberu actually can look like this. This is the kanji for eat. Now you will notice that the kanji does not take up the entire word. Kanji symbols sometimes represent a whole word, and sometimes they only represent part of a word. Now there are thousands upon thousands of kanji symbols, and once you learn them, you will start to incorporate them in your reading and writing. For example, in this picture right here, all of the black letters are in hiragana, all of the red letters are in katakana, and all of the purple letters are kanji. So as you can see, you will use all three when reading and writing in Japanese. Alright, so we have now covered hiragana, katakana, and kanji, so let's now get to your homework. Look at the class attachments under class project. You will see hiragana and katakana alphabets, which are the alphabets that I have uploaded from this presentation. And you will also see homework, which is a worksheet. So on this worksheet, you will write out your answers in hiragana or katakana, or you will write the Roman English letters that we use. Finally, you will take a picture of your homework and you will upload that picture to your project in the project gallery so we can all take a look, and I can help you out with grading if you need it. Okay, so here is your homework. On the left, you have the hiragana, and on the right, you have the katakana. So, for example, number 1 through 5 on the left side over here, you will take a look at number 1, and you will see these symbols right here. And then you will use your hiragana chart to find those symbols. And then once you find them, you will write number 1 on your piece of paper, and you will write the English letters for them. And the answer is neko. So now you have the answer to number 1. Then when you make your way down to number 6 through 10 for both, you will have to actually use the chart to write the symbols yourself. So for number 6, you are writing hana, and you will write the symbol for ha and na. So take a picture and upload it to the site. We will give you any help if you need it, so good luck!